today is Sunday, August 17, 2025, and today I will share with you two short essays as well as two short stories. The two short essays I will share with you in this video are about bizarre humans and people following the norm, and the two short stories I will share with you in this video are about a car accident and having a bad day. Before sharing my writing with you, I want to tell you beforehand that you shouldn't get disturbed by some of the things I say in this video. That's because I'm stating facts instead of my opinion. So, I hope you learned some things from my video instead of getting disturbed. I am giving you knowledge which will empower you, and I hope you take this knowledge and apply it in your real life situations as well. So, here is the first piece of writing by me, which is a short essay that I will share with you called People Following the Norm. Here it is. People Following the Norm, written by Farah Firdos on Wednesday, July 9, 2025. Why are certain ideas that were rejected in the past become accepted in the future? Why did African Americans get treated bad in the past in America and are currently accepted a lot more? That is because that which is the norm is what the majority of the people follow, regardless of if it is right or wrong. Ideas may be right or wrong, but that doesn't have much importance when it comes to society and the people in it. What does have importance and speaks loudly is that which is the norm. If it is the norm to treat blacks bad, almost everybody will. And then over time, if it is the norm to treat blacks good, then that is what almost everybody will do. Most humans follow without thinking twice that which is the norm. Looks have no meaning is the right idea. However, this idea didn't become the norm in society yet. The norm is to judge by looks and to treat people based on how they look in the community presently as well. So that is what most people do, even if it is totally wrong. Another example is regarding gay and lesbian people. They used to be looked down upon until recently they gained a lot more rights. In the past, it was the norm to treat gay and lesbians bad, so that is what most people did. So, presently, it is becoming the norm to treat them with human rights. So that is what most people are doing. Yes, all of this is nonsense. Well, society does have some flaws even presently. There are various reasons why that which is the norm is what the majority of the people follow. It could be fear, it could be ignorance, lack of knowledge, or lack of understanding. There are some reasons, these are some reasons out of others, why many people follow laws, ideas, and rules that are sometimes 100% wrong. It isn't even the norm yet to have a mind of your own, to speak up and to advocate. These kinds of people are looked down upon in society presently. Well, who are the truly smart people, the leaders or followers? Of course, people who practice the right ideas. Yet, good people are punished while the ignorant people get to live the sweet life. However, over time, things are changing. False ideas are becoming extinct in society, and true ideas are becoming that which people practice. This is happening through advocacy and by people such as civil rights leaders. Until then, ideas that are false are being followed ignorantly and foolishly by most humans. In conclusion, you may have ideas, they may be true, yet people will punish you for believing them. That is because your ideas didn't become the norm yet, alright? So that was the first short essay that I just shared with you called People Following the Norm. And now I will share with you my second piece of writing, which is a very short story called That Disastrous Day. Here it is. That Disastrous Day, written by Farah Firdos on Thursday, July 24, 2025. It was just another ordinary day for Vicky. She was on her way to Manhattan from Queens on this wonderful Saturday morning. She was excited to go to one of her favorite stores in the city. Vicky's plan was to take a train to the city, which takes about 1 hour as usual, and then shop at a few stores for about 1 hour, and then take a train to go home, which takes about 1 hour as usual too. I should be done with my shopping trip within 3 to 4 hours, Vicky calculated in her head quietly. On her way to Manhattan, as Vicky was about to enter the train station next to her home, suddenly she heard somebody say, "No train here." It happened to be an MTA employee. Before she could reply, somebody else said, "Take the shuttle bus to Kew Garden Station. You will get the train there." No big deal, Vicky thought. I could handle that. So, Vicky took the shuttle bus for about 30 minutes, her first ride for the day. It was still dark outside because the sun didn't come up yet, and it was hard for Vicky to see where the bus was going. But Vicky managed to get off at the right place. Then Vicky took the train to Manhattan, which took about 1 hour, her second ride for the day. Vicky then had to transfer to a bus because that train shut down after a few stops, her third ride for today. When she got off this bus, she was thinking in her head all the things she will buy from that interesting store. But the store that she wanted to go to suddenly closed for the day. What a waste of time and energy, Vicky thought. So she then made the decision to go back home. She wasn't in the mood to go to any other stores because she was feeling a bit weak and hot as it was summer in NYC. On the way home, she hopped on a Queens-bound train, her fourth ride for the day. And then suddenly the train shut down after a few stops. The train became out of service. How strange. This doesn't usually happen, Vicky thought to herself. Other passengers, including herself, were extremely confused. How will I get home? Vicky wondered to herself. After asking a few MTA employees how to reach her destination, Vicky had a plan. Vicky took a bus to another train station, her fifth ride for the day, and then got on a different train from there, her sixth ride for today. But that train doesn't go to where she lives, so she transferred to another train, her seventh ride for today. Suddenly, that train stopped running after a few stops and became out of service too. At this point, Vicky became very frustrated and upset because this kind of situation seldom takes place. Vicky had no choice but to get out of the train station. When she came out of the train station, the area was familiar to her. She's been there before. However, she felt a little bit lost. Suddenly, when she looked behind her, she could see a familiar bus coming. So, Vicky hopped on that bus. She had to ride that bus for about 1 hour, her eighth ride for today. Finally, she got off the bus. She was relieved because she was finally going to be home soon, even if it was almost evening. Vicky took the last bus for the day to get home, her ninth ride for the day. And it didn't help when a black lady called her an ugly bitch on this bus. Wow! All that traveling for no reason. The store she wanted to go to wasn't even open today, and what usually takes 3 to 4 hours most to complete this trip took an entire day. What a waste of an entire day. So that was the second piece of writing that I just shared with you about having a bad day. I hope you are finding my writing interesting so far. And here is my third piece of writing that I will share with you, which is a short essay called Humans Being Bizarre. Here it is. Humans Being Bizarre, written by Farah Firdos on Wednesday, July 9, 2025. All humans are filthy by nature. All humans are emotional by nature. All humans are social by nature. And unfortunately, all humans are bizarre by nature. Being bizarre consists of human beings producing unusual behaviors. Being pure and clean consists of being honest, caring, having good intentions, etc. When you are pure and clean, you don't have a filthy mind. You also don't have bad intentions towards others and the world. The opposite of being pure and clean is being bizarre. Being bizarre is when you aren't compassionate, humane, and understanding. Instead, you imagine disturbing things that aren't common or considered the norm. Basically, being bizarre is when you have a dirty mind. To ordinary people, when you are bizarre, you imagine things that may come off as shocking to them and usually disturbing. Yet, unlike ordinary people, professionals understand the bizarreness of humans better. An example is a psychoanalyst named Sigmund Freud. It was easy for Freud to explain the bizarreness of humans. Freud said that being bizarre was when you imagine things such as how it would be to have sex with a little girl by an elderly man. Freud also explained bizarreness of human beings in his psychoanalytic theory. There are countless examples of the bizarre thoughts and behaviors that humans are capable of. An example of a human being bizarre is imagining how it would be to eat a human's brain. Another example of a human being bizarre is wanting to kidnap a total stranger's daughter and then raising her. Being bizarre also is, for instance, wanting to destroy an innocent girl's entire life for no reason, even if she never did anything wrong to you ever. It is a fact that humans are bizarre by nature. One must not get disturbed, which is the most common response by the majority of human beings. One must learn to get used to bizarre thoughts, expect the bizarreness of humans once in a while, and most importantly, learn to manage bizarre humans. Having experienced bizarre humans is a part of life. Sadness is a part of life. Food is a part of life. Breathing is a part of life. And then meeting bizarre humans is a part of life. Bizarre humans exist. They are part of the human race. Bizarre humans are inevitable. It is how you deal with them is what counts. Some humans are more bizarre than others. Yet, all humans are bizarre sometimes. All humans are same in the way. On the other hand, all humans have unique personalities and traits, and so they also have unique imaginations. While some humans are capable of having extremely bizarre thoughts, others aren't. All humans' thinking abilities aren't the same. It could be because of age, level of functioning, experience in life, etc. Hence, some humans turn out to be more bizarre than others. For example, religious humans, such as Christians and Muslims, tend to have less bizarre minds compared to atheists, whom tend to have more bizarre minds. It is the case that human mind is capable of thinking in bizarre ways. For example, a human may want to lick a chair. Another human may want to lick a horse's balls. And yet, another example of bizarreness of humans is when an Indian woman married a tree. Well, humans aren't naturally pure and clean. They are capable of having bizarre thoughts and of producing bizarre actions as well. And that is a part of being a human, similar to humans walking on 2 feet instead of 4 feet. It's part of being a human. Humans naturally have a bizarre mind, and they learn to be more and more pure and clean through knowledge, guidance, and discipline. Don't feel hurt if humans say bizarre things to you or even do bizarre things to you. It is simply nature taking course, similar to sunrise and sunset. Humans are naturally bizarre. They're capable of being bizarre because they're able to think bizarre and imagine bizarre things. So, the next time a human is bizarre, don't be shocked or feel in disbelief. You are experiencing nature, such as sunset and thunderstorms. Unfortunately, humans aren't pure and clean naturally. When humans are bizarre around you, live your life. Nothing happened is the case. Don't you live your life as the sun is setting? Yes. Well, the bizarreness of humans is the same thing. Nature taking course. So, get right on with your life as you do with the sun coming up. You see, humans are bizarre by nature. Don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you as if you're at fault or a victim. It is simply nature taking course. It is the sad case that humans have a filthy and sneaky nature. They happen to have the feature of being bizarre by nature. You must laugh it off and get right on with your to-do list as if nothing happened, because that is the case. Nothing really happened. You are simply experiencing nature. Even more, you are simply experiencing a part of human beings. Human beings walk on 2 feet talk instead of bark, and then they're bizarre instead of pure and clean. That's all. Human beings being bizarre is human nature coming out. For instance, a human may call you a robot, and a human may punish you for wearing a dress. And these kind of actions make no sense. Yet, that is just how a human's mind works. That is because they're bizarre by nature. As much as you won't be able to meet any human who aren't bizarre, you will be able to turn humans into more and more pure and clean. This may be done through punishment and negative reinforcement of bizarre thoughts and behavior, and through guidance as well. Most human beings aren't used to bizarre thoughts. They get thrown aback and surprised. Most people aren't aware of the fact that humans are bizarre by nature. That it is a part of being a human. Sometimes the bizarreness of humans is so intense, some people may even vomit, for instance. But if you understand that humans are bizarre by nature, you won't respond. The correct response to bizarre humans is to make no response at all and instead manage it. If a human acts bizarre around you, do not respond. Don't get disturbed. Simply change the behavior from bizarre to pure and clean by punishment, negative reinforcement, guidance, knowledge, etc. There are various reasons why humans may get bizarre. When humans get bizarre, it is simply human nature coming out. And it could be possible that the bizarre human is mentally unstable at that moment. Maybe nobody taught her yet how to not be bizarre. Or maybe she's very angry because somebody hurt her. Or maybe she doesn't care about the human being. She is being bizarre too. Some humans get bizarre because nobody ever gave them any consequences yet. The human at hand who is being bizarre may be free to do what she wants. And that is when the natural human trait of being bizarre comes out. The girl is left to do what she wants. Nobody's giving her consequences for her actions. Of course, then, human nature will come out, and it is the case that humans are bizarre by nature. As long as this girl is left alone and no one teaches her, guides her, or punishes her regarding her thoughts and actions, the only thing that will take place and come out is human nature. And unfortunately, humans are bizarre by nature. Humans learn to be pure and clean and usually aren't pure and clean naturally. When a human says bizarre things and produces bizarre actions, she's very mentally unstable. She's probably even more unaware of herself. You see, being self-aware could prevent bizarre behavior. When a human loses self-consciousness, the psychotic side of the human becomes active. She might not even know she's doing all the bizarre things she's doing. Lack of self-awareness is why. All in all, the most important thing to understand here is that humans are bizarre by nature. So live your life by taking care of yourself and fulfilling your responsibilities. Moreover, learn to ignore bizarre humans. That's because humans being bizarre is simply nature taking course, alright? So that was the third piece of writing that I just shared with you about bizarre humans. I hope you learned lots of things from my video so far. And to finish this video, I will share my last piece of writing with you, which is a short story about a car accident. Here it is. The car accident that didn't happen, written by Farah Firdos on Saturday, August 9, 2025. It was an ordinary Saturday for Carla. She went outside to buy groceries in her neighborhood, Jamaica, Queens. Since it was the weekend as well as only about 7 a.m., almost nobody was outside. Carla bought her groceries, put them in her shopping cart, and was on her way home. She was glad that she was able to get done with her groceries for the next 2 weeks. It made her happy to get her food shopping done. What a wonderful weather out today, Carla thought to herself. That's because it was about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Moreover, there was no rain and it wasn't too hot out either. Carla was feeling very calm and peaceful. Suddenly, as Carla was crossing the street, halfway down the road, an ordinary looking car came out of nowhere. This car ran the red light suddenly and almost hit Carla on the street corner of Hillside Avenue and 173rd Street. It was by about 5 inches distance that this car didn't hit her. And all this happened in about 5 seconds. It didn't take too long. An incident that happened so quick but will stay in Carla's mind for a lifetime. This car accident that almost happened was very mysterious. Carla thought to herself, for instance, the driver didn't honk at all as the driver ran the red light, not even once. Also, this car ran the red light suddenly. Carla didn't hear this car coming at all. There was no sound of this car coming towards Carla. And unfortunately, the driver was driving over the speed limit too. This driver drove by too fast like an ambulance. But why? Carla didn't know. Especially because no one did say a thing as this incident took place. Cars kept passing by and the people that were walking kept walking. It was as if nothing happened, as if no one saw anything happen. That was pretty surprising to Carla. Hopefully, this car didn't cause any accidents on the way to wherever the driver was going, Carla thought to herself sadly. Even if nobody gave any reaction to this car accident that almost happened, Carla did have some reactions. After crossing the street safely, she was frozen in place, standing on the sidewalk for about 30 seconds. Carla felt shocked and in disbelief. What just happened was very wrong, she thought to herself in her head. She was so glad that she wasn't hit by this car and that she survived this extremely highly potential car accident. Relieved that she wasn't hit, Carla walked back home safe and sound. When Carla reached home, she told her boyfriend Romeo on the phone about this car accident that didn't happen. Romeo told her that maybe this driver was drunk. that drunk driving is what is very likely. That's what happened. In this conversation over the phone, Romeo told Carla that maybe what happened was that the driver was at a club partying yesterday, Friday night, got drunk there, and then early Saturday morning, this driver was driving home drunk. And that is why this driver was driving over the speed limit and also ran the red light. As they were talking on the phone about this car accident that didn't happen to Carla, she told Romeo that another possibility of what happened could have been that the driver did all of this intentionally. She told him how there are drivers who have the intention of hitting you. Carla told Romeo how that maybe that is why this driver didn't honk, not even once. Carla told him how this did happen before, since she did watch these kind of incidents happening on the news. Carla told him on the phone how some people don't like you. They want to hit you for that, even if it is with a car, or scare you pretending to hit you with a car. Carla then started crying as she told Romeo that not everybody's kind and caring in this world, that psychopaths do exist, and how some people want to hurt and kill because they find pleasure in it, and how unfortunately the human race is a mixture of psychopaths, sociopaths, atheists, professionals, caring people, and so on. That not everybody is the same. Carla told Romeo that is why this incident happened. That this incident was the act of a human who happened to be the bad type of human out of the human race. We all fall victim to mentally unstable individuals sometimes, Carla told Romeo over the phone, sniffling. Romeo told Carla to calm down and to control herself. Romeo explained to Carla over the phone that stigma, discrimination, and hate, amongst other things, causes these kinds of incidents sometimes. He tried to calm her down, saying none of this was your fault. And at this point of their cell phone conversation, Carla was feeling very sleepy. So they ended their cell phone conversation. As Carla was falling asleep, she couldn't help but think about how much this incident taught her to appreciate life more and to be grateful for what she has, such as her boyfriend Romeo. But most of all, Carla learned to be more cautious about this incident. Of course, her trust in the human race was gone, and she felt traumatized to a certain extent as well, as she was falling asleep after this car accident didn't happen. You must be very careful in life, Carla realized. This incident was a learning experience for her to always be suspicious in life more than just alert. You may be doing the right things, yet that doesn't mean that people around you are. Well, that was the last piece of writing that I just shared with you in this video. You may watch this video as many times as you like, and each time I hope you learn lots of things, such as about bizarre humans, following the norm, having a bad day, being careful crossing the street, and so on. Alright?